Hi there, hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. We are doing an astrological sign reading for the month of August 2018. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. I very much appreciate it as well. Thank you for clicking the thumbs up button. And we're going to choose to use Scorpio as our call to. And I'm just clearing my deck. I'm using a Faerie tarot card deck. And it looks like this. And I absolutely love it. I haven't seen this deck before, so I picked it up and really like it. So, all right, so we're just gonna kind of say what to expect for the month of August for Scorpio. Very interesting stuff. So, communication is really important right now, that we're speaking very openly, very purely, that sort of thing. Releasing tension that we're feeling. Being optimistic is also wonderful at this moment. And I feel like saying congratulations to someone that's overcome and achieved something in particular, because I feel like we need to hear that all the time. I'm also feeling like you can't erase the past, so we have to feel like, how can we create more longevity in our lives, more inspiration? How can we kind of go within, but then also come together with other people and collaborate, get other people's perspectives, that sort of thing. So you can also go on to robinsealing.com if you're interested in a personal reading. As well, I'm on Facebook as well as Instagram. So feel free to reach out to me and just contact me even if you have some questions, all right? Two of Swords. I love Scorpios, by the way. I just find you guys are very sensitive beings and sentimental, and I just feel like you have really great energy. So what you're going to be finding with this card is that momentum and that energy that we need to keep up with is really important. And we want to make sure we're staying away from material things at this moment. So less status quo and more like depth to our spiritual side. So it's like, how is this going to play out in terms of like later on? So we want to get away from that instantaneous satisfaction, such as material things or status, and really work on how things are going to help in the long run, all right? So that would maybe more beginning of August. Now, I'm just getting this out on August 4th, and I apologize for that, but we could say that that's from the 4th until the 9th, okay? Then we have the Ace of Swords, so we've got the Two of Swords, Ace of Swords. So Swords is very much our mental thought process and how we're looking at our life. Music is coming up, like even collaborating with other people to listen to music, that sort of thing. Someone who I'm picking up an energy with someone about them having their own business or starting their own business. Regardless, the word that I hear is freelance, so someone who's really getting out there and trying to just like celebrate who they are in particular. And maybe that's where the congratulations is coming up. But there's just strong, powerful new beginnings. And what this encourages is sometimes we have to stop and smell the roses, and then other times we just have to like say goodbye to things that we know isn't working for us anymore. So from the energy of this card, it's more about strategic planning during certain circumstances, that not all the rules always fit, not everything fits. So we have to kind of come up with a new energy and new plans, but we have to trust that that's going to be helpful once again later on. So is this still going to be effective later? Is this still going to be positive later? So we really have to get that in the right place. So I'm hearing there's certain conditions. It could be like weather related, that sort of thing. But we're not going to be working with energy that's very plain and simple. So we are in Mercury retrograde until the mid-August. We've got a solar eclipse coming up in Leo on the 11th. So of course we're going to be feeling really different than we're used to feeling. And this definitely affects us. So I'm feeling a lot of energy in my hands. I feel like somebody needs some Reiki healing, so aligning their chakras, really releasing any stress or tension or things that aren't serving you right now. Okay, that's still a lot of information. But the music therapy will be quite helpful for you, just identifying with words, lyrics, and communication with others, okay? So Ten of Wands, how you structure your life is so important right now. So not only is it communication, but it's like talking to friends and loved ones about what's going on. It could be asking for help for some people. But what you're going to find is like you need to come up with the plan. How can I feel better? What can I do to make this go away? Because it's not really an option anymore, I feel like. So you have to give in to the fact that maybe things aren't perfect, or they're not, you know, what you thought they were, whatever, because of the energetic frequencies that are happening right now. We think one thing and then something else happens. This is very much almost like a full moon energy where you feel like, okay, is this, I thought this was this way, but it's actually that way. So don't get your panties in a bunch. So it's okay to flourish in your own garden. So like we don't want to stress about the fact that we're blossoming and blooming. So looking at your life in terms of like less black and white and more everything in between that. Like, look what I'm experiencing. Look what's happening. Look how amazing this is going to be, you know, moving forward. But if you have stress triggers, identify with what triggers your stress. That will be helpful. But bringing it back into more love energy, Three of Swords, having more fun. Again, 1, 2, 3 of Swords. You've got some serious stuff happening. It could be difficulties, and like you may feel like you have a lot of difficulties right now, but this is saying just release it all and surrender to it. All right. And then I find these so cute. They just pop up. And I love them. So Faerie's clever, Faerie's bright. From garden, wood, and pond. Guide my thoughts, guide my sight. Please help me find the answers on a path that's true and right. Oh, and we have 2 of those. So this is about how we feel in our environment. So I love working with the fairies because they're very much, they just like kind of jump around and flash themselves in places. And they wake you up and they bring you back to a place of maybe freedom, or for you guys probably acceptance. And then like joy is coming up and like joining a club, or like joining in with other people. And that's where the healing's coming up. I feel like someone needs some healing around that, because maybe you don't feel like you have a lot of friends, or you're not in the it club, or whatever it is. But maybe if you're identifying with the fact that you're different than other people, accept yourself for that person, and then kind of like shift the energy. All right. So there's very much a moving on symbolism here, and letting go of logic. So that could be like letting go of ego as well. Start working on more intuitive practices. And if you have anxiety, if you have a lot of stress, counseling may be helpful, because at least you can talk to someone and reach out for that help, okay? So 7 of Pentacles, this is denying an aspect of yourself and really focusing on those solutions to problems. You know, we don't always need the evidence right now, and that's why you guys are trying to get away from the material stuff, because we have to start working on how is this going to, you know, generate revenue, create prosperity, give me more, you know, life experience, so that sort of thing. Maybe a time for like mentorship as well. So learning a new class, that sort of thing. The Fool. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm alive. Wow. So these are new. This is all about new beginnings. But I feel like we need to cleanse this card, because there's something really going on around like the new beginning. And it's almost like yucky for someone. So that's where the acceptance of an ending happens, and then you're kind of like promised really good things in your new beginning, because I just feel like there's a lot of prosperity for you guys if you decide that you want a new beginning and want to move forward. So the more you can just focus on that, and again, you guys are very emotional people, so it makes sense that you would struggle with letting go and you know, learning how to be strategic with energy, with people, with the mind. but we have to trust that this is helpful for us, okay? So I love you guys so much. Namaste, and thanks again for watching this. Bye.